Good morning everybody, and welcome back to another episode of my Rarest drop series where I take your submissions and scour the internet for the rarest possible recorded drops in RuneScape history. As always, thank you guys again for all of your submissions. We got a lot of great ones this month, and of course if anyone out there has a rare drop that they think might be worthy of a video, feel free to join my Discord. There'll be a link in the description, and post your images in the video submissions channel. I hope you guys enjoy. As always, if you do, always appreciate a like in the video, it really helps out a lot. Anyway, let's get started. Alright guys, so let's get started here. Now keep in mind, these are just generally in what I perceive to be the rarest order. Obviously there's a lot of debate here, and I don't really have the math skills to go too in depth on what actually is the rarest drop for each of these. So just keep in mind that these are always just in a loose order. Alright, so starting off here at number 10, we have an Ironman player by the name of Hapuvankurk, who managed to get insanely lucky at OSRS, probably the two best drops you could get back to back. Now at only kill count number 22, they managed to pull the Primordial Crystal, probably the most sought after drop from OSRS, the most valuable crystal and very useful for an Ironman account. But this lucky person goes for another kill, and one kill later, they managed to pull the Hell Puppy pet. I am pretty jealous about that one. So essentially, they hit a 1 in 128 to get any of these crystals, and then hit a 1 in 3000 back-to-back to get the pet. Truly not that bad for a couple minutes of work. Now next up here, we have a returning player, I believe. This may not be the first time to have this happen, but here we have a submission by DjNapeP, who managed to get insanely lucky at the Gauntlet. So this happened somewhat recently after the bow fair did an update, and in a single kill, they managed to get not only the enhanced crystal weapon seed, currently worth 175 mil, they also pulled the pet in one Gauntlet run. More specifically, the Corrupted Gauntlet. So individually in a vacuum, the drop rates for these items are reasonable, but you have to keep in mind that a Corrupted Gauntlet kill takes normally at least 10 minutes or so, which means on average, if you wanted to repeat this drop again, you would need to do thousands of Corrupted Gauntlet kills. And honestly, this might be one of the rarest things you can get in the Elven City, Privdinis. Now, speaking of elves, another game that is absolutely teeming with elves is Raid Shadow Legends, the sponsor of today's video. In Teleria, you have your high elves and you got your dark elves. They don't get along. Nobody knows why. Maybe one of them stole the other sandwich 1,000 years ago. I mean, elves are around for a long time, so. Or maybe the dark elves never returned their panini maker, and obviously untoasted sandwiches just aren't as good. That said, Raid has more than just elves. It has hundreds of champions to choose from. One of my personal favorites is Calvalax, because it kind of looks like he's wearing Justiciar armor. Also, I really like Temshia because, well, it's a fox with a flaming axe that doesn't really need more explanation, does it? Raid has a bunch of new updates coming this month, including the brand new Guardian Ring, which allows you to use your champions in brand new ways. Also in the next month, it looks like, well, everyone will be a little bit more decapitated than they were this month. So now is a great time to give Raid a try if you haven't already. If you sign up using the link in my description or this convenient QR code, new players are going to get the champion Chinoru, 200,000 silver, 1 experience boost, 1 energy refill, and an ancient shard. So thank you once again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring today's video. Now next up here we have a submission by Doris SSF, an Ironman who is doing some corporeal beast, and this image just looks beautiful to me for some reason. Now the actual odds of this happening are rare, about 1 in 4,000, but I just have to imagine how hype it would be to be on your Ironman, to go decorp, and on your very first kill, get an Elysian, which is an incredibly sought after item, but Ironmen often don't go for it just because of the time commitment. Could easily take over 1,000 hours just to hit the drop rate for this single item, which is just an insane amount of time. But luckily for Doris, they got it on their very first kill, and also a combat achievement, so congrats. Okay, so next up here we have a player by the name of NoodleTbow who's doing some Vistani's Nightmare, and they got a little bit lucky. So far they have done a handful of kills, but on kill 59, they managed to roll the pet. Pretty damn lucky considering it is a 1 in 1400 drop, but that's not it. They go for another kill and manage to hit another really impressive drop. Not only do they get the Nightmare Staff, but they also get the Sleepy Tablet. So 3 unique drops in 2 kills is incredibly lucky. which means essentially they hit the 1 in 1400 for the pet, and then next kill got a 1 in 100 for the tablet, and a 1 in 67 for an item drop, so overall just some incredible luck, and at a pretty damn low kill count, so congrats. Okay, so next up here we actually have a submission from Reddit. So we have a player by the name of tpoyo2 who is doing some Zulrah, and well, they got pretty lucky. On their 22nd kill, they managed to pull 2 of the most useful items from the boss. They managed to get both a Magic Fang and a Tanzanite Fang in this same kill, which numerically wise is quite a bit rarer than the 1 KC Elysian, yet it's worth, well, 200 times less monetarily. But that said, an incredibly prestigious drop that most people don't ever get, and they also got it at an incredibly low KC. 22 kills is not much at Zulrah, and to already get a double unique drop with 2 of the better items, gotta say that's pretty rare. Well, one of the rarest possible occurrences that can happen in this game is a back-to-back pet. One that I haven't actually seen before is a back-to-back Thermi pet, but that's pretty much exactly what happened to Pickle Boy 42. So they were doing some of the thermonuclear smoke devil, and on kill count 554, they managed to get the smoke devil pet, which is dropped at a rate of 1 in 3000, yet they go for one more kill, and on kill 555, they managed to get a prestigious item that drops at a rate of 1 in 3000 twice in a row, which means the odds of that happening is around 1 in 9 million. A player could kill Thermi for the rest of their life and never even get close to hitting the drop rate. The OSRS servers will be long since shut down before anyone ever gets 9 million Thermi kills, but at least we can all rest easy that Pickle Boy 42 managed to get it. So coming up next here, we have a really impressive image. Now, a player by the name of OrderofChaos had just made a new group Ironman account, and minutes into making the account, they managed to get the Rocky pet. They managed to get it at level 1 thieving. Now, this is not the only level 1 thieving pet I've ever seen, but this is the only one I've seen achieved through normal methods. There is a roundabout way to get a level 1 thieving pet from the Sorcerer's Garden, but that takes a lot of time and is more a grind than it is luck. But yeah, OrderofChaos managed to get it literally at level 1 within a few pickpockets. Level 1 skilling pets happen very infrequently that I've only ever seen a few, and only for a handful of skills, so a giant congrats to OrderofChaos. The real question is now, do you have to restart a new account and leave this the way it is, or just play at the account because you've clearly been blessed? Either way, huge congrats. So I have to say, probably one of my favorite additions over the last year are the clan chat broadcasts when you get a rare drop, because it just makes these images so much more fun. So here we have a player by the name of Cullen NR who was clearly doing some Basilisk Knights, is clearly almost a back-to-back-to-back Basilisk Jaw. Now I don't think they actually got it back-to-back-to-back, or at the very least there isn't proof that they did, but still just judging the clan chat, gotta be pretty close together. The odds of getting a back-to-back Basilisk Jaw on their own is around 1 in a million. It's possible Cullen might even be luckier than this, and either way, walking away from what is probably a Slayer task with 40 mil in loot, can't complain about that. Just some absolutely insane luck. So coming in at number 2, we have a player by the name of StodgyNut, and they managed to get what looks to almost be a back-to-back Rocky pet. You almost never see back-to-back skilling pets. It's a little harder to track exactly how many actions they took between each pet, but looking at the image here, they have to be so close together. I'm not really sure what it is about Rocky pets and players just getting ridiculous drops with them, but it's a thing for some reason. So this player is 61 thieving and managed to get 2 thieving pets from the Knights of Ardoin. I'm pretty sure the odds of getting a Rocky pet from the Knights of Ardoin is actually like 1 in 250,000, which is so incredibly rare. And finally here, coming in at the number 1 spot is a player by the name of Juvi, who is doing some Master Clue Scrolls and got one of the rarest pets in the entire game twice. When now once again the Bloodhound pet drops at a rate of 1 in 1,000, and in a vacuum that's way more common than the Rocky pet, for example, but you have to keep in mind how long it takes to complete Master Clue Scrolls. It can take hours to get all of the clue scrolls and complete it, and the odds of getting the back-to-back Bloodhound pet, 1 in a million. So how long would it take you to complete a million Master Clue Scrolls? It would take, well, way too long. But in just 211 Master Clues, Juvi managed to hit the back-to-back, and to make things even crazier, they have 3 Bloodhound pets. That's not even their only one. They have managed to get 3 of them, and 7 herons, which makes you by far one of the luckiest people I've ever witnessed. Anyway guys, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, once again, if you have any submissions, feel free to join the Discord and pop them into the video submissions channel. That is the best place for me to see them, and I always look through there before I make the video. Thanks again guys, and I'll see you next time. Now, before I go here, I want to give a giant thank you to all of my members over on YouTube. Thank you so much to Sejuani's Flail, The Hybrid, Ocelot, and Kush Patel for all being subscribed at the Dragon tier. Means a lot, guys. As always, thank you for your continued support. Also, a giant thank you to Sir Rojas, Ryan Shady, Mexos, Base Titch, NDM001, and YoYoSub89 for all being subscribed at the Runette tier. Thank you so much guys, appreciate it as always. If you guys are looking for another way to support me directly, becoming a YouTube member is the best way to do so. You can become immortalized in all of my future videos, get access to a custom role in my Discord server, and get access to my video release schedule. Anyway, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.